Today is my birthday. On our birthdays, we gather to celebrate the addition of yet another year. Well, this year I refuse to add another year onto this tragic life I have been living. Therefore, I stand before you all today in remembrance of a past life. In honor of putting Marie's old life to rest, I've written this eulogy, a story that reveals the person that she once was and how her strengths led to her silent death. 32 years ago, on this very day, Marie was born. And on this very day, 32 years later, the weight of the world she so relentlessly carried ended her life. In the hospitality business, Marie was always known for her vivacious personality. She, her love for celebration, friends, and family, mixed with her hospitable character, led to a successful career. Unfortunately, though, the cost of that success came at a high price. She dedicated herself to her family's business, but her selflessness and workaholic tendencies worked her to the ground. Within those years, she lost herself, forgot the true meaning of life, and never had the chance to learn how to cope with the stress of such an industry. Our society teaches women to be nurturing and giving. Marie did not take this societal expectation lightly, and her natural nature to please others led her to believe that finding love meant that one must prove themselves worthy of another's time, appreciation, respect, and kindness. Her old life lived on under these destructive obligations. When it came to romantic relationships, we all know how much Marie loved to dance with the devil. She tirelessly romanticized the excitement of winning over love. She would tango with men that eventually stole every piece of her. Her last narcissistic suitor was the one to finally end her life. With no remorse, he took everything she eagerly gave in hopes of winning over his yo-yoing affection. Eventually, he left her on the side of life's windy road as nothing more than a pile of lifeless skin and bone. It was in that very moment that she made the choice to end this awful, repetitive life she had been living. This inability to see her own value and worth led her down a dark and ugly path. So much wasted talent, so much wasted time, beauty, and intelligence. Her tragic attempt at winning over unavailable love is not to say that Marie was a lonely person. In fact, she was the opposite of that. I have yet to meet a person who was not attracted to her intriguing, lively, and compassionate personality. She could win over the coldest of hearts. When she entered a room for the first time, she'd leave with a roomful of new friends. Unfortunately, her ability to charm was nothing more than a tool of validation. It saddens me to say that most of you have never met the Marie that only those closest to her had the chance to meet. She held her identity tightly locked away in a place not even she could unlock. The masks she chose to wear were nothing more than a reflection of what those living amongst her wanted her to be. Her self-worth laid in the hands of those who stood before her. What a hard and painful life to live, taking such responsibility for everyone's thoughts and feelings. She never for a moment stopped to think about how she felt and what she wanted, or who she wanted to be. Her exhausted, aching, anxious mind and body eventually failed her with the persona she carried when the persona she carried became too much for one person to carry. For those of you who have become accustomed to Marie's relentless ability to please you and tend to your every need, I hope you move forward from this day in self-reflection. Consider the impact your selfishness has on others, how it's contributed to the end of a precious life. Although I hope that you will change your ways, my experience with people like you lead me to believe that you will seek yet another Marie to fulfill your needs. For you are much too weak and cowardly to change for the better. For all of those other Maries out there, I hope that this death has taught you an important lesson. Eventually, the weight of those burdens and secrets you carry will cause you to crumble beneath them, and your loved ones will be standing in my very place, mourning a tragic life that was once full of so much potential. For those of you who have stood by Marie's side, relentlessly watching the pain she inflicted upon herself, knowing very well that nothing could be done but patiently wait for this inevitable dead end, I welcome you in celebration to the beginning of Marie's new life. Gone are the days of chasing undeserving love. Today we say goodbye to all those unfulfilling facades and hello to the real Marie we waited so eagerly to meet. Goodbye to anxiously awaiting someone else's approval and validation. Gone are the expectations of unattainable perfection. Today I make a vow to embrace my mistakes, learn from them, and do the best that I can do, because I will go forward in this life doing things for myself and no one else. I will stand before every challenge, not as the person I feel I need to be, but as the person I most desire to be. Thank you.